Let's be honest. You've probably been learning English for a long time. Maybe for months. Maybe for years. But when it's time to speak, it just doesn't work. You freeze. You forget. You feel stuck. And the first thing you think is, maybe my English just isn't good enough. But what if I told you the problem isn't your English? It's not your brain. It's not your memory. It's not your accent. It's your method. And in this video, we're going to fix that. Not with more grammar rules. Not with boring vocabulary lists. We're going to change the way you learn forever. So, if you've ever said to yourself, I understand, but I can't speak, or I study a lot, but nothing sticks, this lesson is for you. Before we go deeper, do this now. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because we're here with you every single day. One video every day, designed to help you actually use English in real life, not just study it.
All right,
let's begin. There's something that most learners don't realize. Learning English is not the same as collecting information, but that's how most people study. They collect. They memorize. They repeat. They watch grammar videos. They write down rules. They translate vocabulary. They try to understand everything. But when they open their mouth, silence.
Why?
Because language is not a subject. It's a skill. Just like playing an instrument. Just like swimming. Just like riding a bike. You don't learn how to ride a bike by reading about it. You get on the bike. You fall. You wobble. You try again. You move your body. You feel the balance. That's how English works too. It lives in the muscle, not just the mind. So if your method is all about studying and not using, you're going to feel stuck. No matter how many hours you spend. And that's not your fault. That's how most schools teach it. That's how most apps teach it. But it doesn't work. Let's break it down. Think about a baby learning their first language. They don't start with grammar rules. They don't study sentence structure. They don't take notes. They listen. They imitate. They speak with mistakes. They speak without fear. And they repeat, day after day, slowly, naturally, without pressure. So, why do we forget this when we learn a second language? Because we try to learn English with our eyes, not our ears. We try to understand it like math, not like music. That's the problem. Your method is too logical, too academic, too flat. Now, does that mean grammar is useless? Of course not. But it's not the engine. It's the mirror. It shows you what's happening after you've learned it by ear. Let's say this again. Grammar should support your speaking, not block it. And this is where most learners get trapped. They want to speak, but they feel they're not ready because they haven't finished learning grammar. They think, I'll speak later, after I memorize more. I'll speak when I stop making mistakes. I'll speak when I'm fluent. But here's the truth. You become fluent by speaking, not before. So, let's fix your method. First, stop learning words as translations. That's a trap. When you learn the word apple and you say, oh, in my language that means this, you're creating a delay. Your brain has to translate every time. And translation is slow. It's not how fluency works. Instead, connect words directly to meaning. When you hear apple, don't think of the word in your language. Think of the fruit, the color,
the taste,
the smell, the picture. That's how you learned your first language, And that's how to build speed in English too. Second, stop reading with your eyes only. Read out loud. Even simple sentences.
Why?
Because fluency lives in your mouth, not just your memory. When you say something out loud, you're training your tongue, your jaw, your breath. You're building muscle memory just like learning a song. Here's an example. I'm going to the store.
Say it.
Then say it again, but faster. Then say it like you're excited. Then say it like you're tired. Each time, your mouth learns, and your brain relaxes. This is real practice. This is real fluency. Now, let's talk about shadowing, one of the most powerful methods, but also the most ignored. Shadowing means you listen to native speech and you repeat it at the same time.
No stopping.
No pausing. Just follow the rhythm, the sound, the speed. At first, it feels impossible, but after a few tries, something amazing happens. You start to sound more fluent. Your pronunciation improves without even thinking. Your grammar becomes automatic. Your confidence goes up. And the best part? You're not translating. You're flowing. Shadowing teaches your brain to focus on patterns, not individual words. That's how native speakers speak, in patterns. Not word by word. Not grammar rule by grammar rule. Now, let's talk about listening. A lot of learners say, I don't understand native speakers. They talk too fast. But the truth is, you don't need to understand every word. You just need to understand the message. When you hear someone say, Hey, what are you up to tonight? You might not catch every single word. But if you know they're asking about your evening plans, that's enough. That's success. Train your ear to catch meaning, not perfection. Watch shows. Listen to real conversations. Focus on the tone, the intention, the flow. This builds something called comprehensible input, hearing language that's just a little above your level but still clear enough to follow. It's one of the fastest ways to grow. Now here's something most learners never do, but it changes everything. Speak before you're ready. Don't wait until your English is good enough. Start talking now. Even if it's simple. Even if it's broken. Even if it's slow. Say things like, I went to the market. It was hot today. I feel tired, but I want to practice. These small sentences are gold. They build fluency one word at a time. Next, stop testing yourself all the time. Learning is not a test. It's not about remembering everything. It's about using what you have again and again. Fluency doesn't mean you know every word. It means you can use what you know fast and naturally. If you forget a word, describe it. If you forget a phrase, use another one. Communication is more important than perfection. Let's say that again. Communication is more important than perfection. That's the mindset shift. That's how you move from studying English to living in English. Now, let's talk about one final mistake learners make. Learning alone. Yes, it's okay to study by yourself. But English is a language, and language is about people, about connection, about interaction. So find ways to use it with real humans. Even just 5 minutes a day. Talk to yourself. Talk to a friend. Talk to a stranger. Leave a comment. Record your voice. Make mistakes.
Laugh. Repeat.
That's where the real magic happens. So, what's the message? If you feel like you're not improving, it's not because you're bad at English. It's because your method needs a change. Stop memorizing. Start using.
Stop waiting.
Start speaking. Stop translating. Start connecting. You already have what you need inside you. Your English is not broken. Your brain is not slow. You are not behind. You just need the right path, the right rhythm, the right method.
And you found it now.
So, let's make this real. In the comments, tell us, what's one thing you're going to change about the way you learn English starting today? Is it shadowing? Speaking out loud? Listening to real English every day? Don't just think it. Write it down. Say it out loud. Because when you say it, it becomes real. And if this helped you, share it. Send it to your friend who's stuck. Send it to your cousin who says, I understand, but I can't speak. Send it to yourself and rewatch it tomorrow. This is your reset. From now on, we learn differently. We speak differently. We grow faster.
So hit that like button. Subscribe.
Turn on the bell. And we'll be here tomorrow with another lesson, another tool, another push forward. You don't need perfect English. You just need a better method. And now you've got it.